Alright guys, so my girl Absa is out. Anyone who knows me knows I've been really waiting for this character. In the bit of time I did play Rivals 1, I was an Absa main until Palm released, and then I was like, oh, Palm's the coolest character ever. But so when Rivals 2 came out and Absa wasn't in the game, I was kind of like, I don't have a character I really want to play that much, right? So after all the teasing and baiting, we finally got her. So of course I had to put a lot of time into her. I meant to release this on Friday, by the way, but I forgot to record it. Oops, oh well. So, with that said, I've probably like 10 hours of her since she released a few days ago, which is quite a bit of time, right? So I have a lot of thoughts on this character. So, real quick, I'm going to say she is fun, right? I'm going to go through the pros and the cons, but I've been having a blast with her despite my issues. So, talk about the good things about Goat Mom, right? So, off that, she's exactly what I expect movement-wise and character-wise. It feels like they took her in Rivals 1 and just ported her over gameplay-wise. Whereas you got like all the normal movement tech. You got like, you know, cool floaty double jumps and like double jump cancels, like, oops, like this. Oh my god. I don't know why I can't do this right now. There we go. Got like that kind of stuff. You know, it allows you to do like some just really cool mix with her. You know, you got like using your cloud to like stall your like off stage time. You got a lot of up B angles like this, and then just, and you can then hit the ground with up B and then like act out of it. So there's some really cool stuff. You set up the cloud and you hit it with an aerial, or you just control the space, and it's like, ooh. So there is some sick movement. She had this in one where you could like gravity jump by basically fast falling and double jumping at the same time. But they made it a little bit lenient and intentional in this game, so that's really cool. Up B movement, just real quick, it's just like, you could do some fun stuff. I can't show it that well because I'm not that good at the game, but you know, anyway. So yeah, I think the movement is perfect. She has a good wave dash. Now to compensate for all this, she is pretty slow across the board stats-wise. Like, you need to use all this tech to move around quickly. Otherwise, she is going to be lagging behind other characters, which is like exactly what you expect from this kind of floaty, like stage control, like tricky movement character. Now, she has her setups, of course. Like, you do like a cloud, and then like, oh, if I ping pong someone to the cloud, it's very good. I can use the cloud to ping pong someone here. Okay, it's hard to showcase this, but it's like, you get the idea. And then you can do things like this, right? Put the cloud behind someone, they can do that. If someone's trying to ledge trap me, I can be like, oh, nope, oh, respect this. And then the mine, I feel like the mine wasn't as good in the first game, but in this game, like, it seems quicker to set up the mine, so like someone's like off stage, just go like that. Of course, she still has her sour spot and the sweet spot kick combos if you can do it. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff because of the threat of the cloud and all things you can do with it. You can even put the mine yourself, which is a thing I want. I think it's a little bit too slow to be like too useful, but I'm sure I'm gonna be wrong. Right? So like all of her normal tricky stuff. Got get something like this. Now, she also has this move, like forward tilt, which was really good in 1. And it's such an insane button in this game. Like, it is actually just massive. And if someone does not DI, you basically just kill them for free. Unless you can't sweet spot up there, like me apparently. They also made down smash. I'm gonna say made, I could be wrong. This move is, like, you just crouch cancel this move, someone hits you. Oh, comes out fast, good amount of damage. It beats crouch cancel and does a lot of damage with the crouch cancel. Also has a really nice knockback angle for edge guarding. So like, people can't afford to get hit by this move, or that's gonna happen. So really fun. Trying to think of anything else I really liked about her. Right? I'm gonna say up air when you actually hit this move and start like comboing it to itself, which is mostly applicable in like heavyweight characters. You can get like these massive up air chains, assuming good DI. But yeah, like up air combos are really good. You can even do like this. Now you can kind of like short hop the up air and then, ooh. And just like flying with that's cool. Now, with that said, what are my issues? Where I feel like she's really fun, and there's a lot of things I like about her. There's a lot of things about her that seemed undertuned. And I could be wrong in a few months, and people go, no, Dabuz, she's broken, insane, she needs nerfs. But my impression is that I feel like during playtesting, like Penguin, who was like the best Absa in 1, was just cooking the devs too hard, and like, we can't let Absa have anything. No. Because there's a lot of stuff that just feels bad for her. First of all, she's like the lightest or second lightest character in the game, so she can't make mistakes, which is fine for a character with lots of options, right? Meant to be glass cannon, but it's very noticeable in this game because of how strong crouch canceling is, where people kind of just hold down and they they force the guess versus her, and then she's really bad at taking trades, and therefore needs to like guesses aren't good. Especially it's because a lot of her attacks aren't good versus crouch cancel. Like, yes, she has down smash, because now all smashes beat crouch canceling across the board. But like, I do like this, for example, and if it's not a sweet spot, it's very easy to crouch cancel that. Oh, I keep being sweet spots. And then like, neutral air actually just doesn't work versus someone holding down. It's really obnoxious how bad neutral air is versus someone just holding down in like most instances. But yes, I think her, even though they nerfed floor hugging in the most recent like balance patch, it just feels like she's not good at dealing with it. Like, a lot of her stuff loses to it into like higher percents. Like at this percent, whatever. Let me see if I can restart this real quick. But like you would imagine like this down tilt. Oh, what? Yeah, she's like kind of minus on hitting a lot of spots. There we go. Like that's because I think AI has random DI on. So yeah, that can be really frustrating, especially when like a lot of the fun stuff for her is being in the air and using all these air mix-ups, using neutral air. Cloud is very notable in that like it's not. Okay, let's just do this. I don't know how to get the AI to consistently like hold down with no DI. Maybe I just do like this and it should be better. Anyway, I can tell you now when I play, there's a lot of times people just hold down and like stuff like doesn't work. Like even Cloud would be like negative on hit, including the pop, and I'm like, all right then, I guess. So that's very obnoxious. Moving on. She also just, I know she's a sweet spot based character, but I have a few issues with her sweet spots. One is that on forward air, back air, and down air, actually maybe not down air, but forward air, back air, the sweet spots feel insanely precise. And like, I get it, sweet spot based character can't be too easy. But even then, it reminds me of Arcane on release, where it's like, it's really hard to hit that if you're not extremely precise. And then when you factor in hurt boxes shifting when characters attack and move, and the fact that you're supposed to combo sour spots into sweet spots, but like it's really hard to get consistently. It just feels a little bit off to me. And also, a lot of times her sweet spots don't even feel that strong. Like, I think back air sweet spot is pretty powerful, but it's really slow. Forward air sweet spot doesn't even feel that strong on good DI generally. So, especially considering it's hard to land it, even with like comboing into it off sour spots, it feels like it could either be easier to hit or slightly stronger. I know someone's comments gonna go, no, it has to be that weak because combos. And like, okay, if you're a master Absa and you can hit all this stuff consistently, sure. But especially because a lot of her stuff can be DI. Like, if you know how to DI her combos, like, it's hard to hit like these forward air chains, back air chains. Hard to hit even like forward tilt and this stuff. Very hard to hit versus people DIing properly. And then you might say, okay, well, if they DI like out, you can down tilt them. And they nerfed the down tilt, I think. It doesn't feel like it sets up kills nearly as well as it did in 1. Like, if you DI this out, you're just not going to die at absurd percents. So, like, that little mix-up is gone. You might say, okay, down smash instead. But then you can react to down smash because it's very slow. Alright, sure. And then, because characters in Rivals 2 have really good recoveries, even after the recovery nerfs across the board, I feel like one of her bigger strengths is meant to be her edge guarding, which is still good. And she has good edge guard, she has good setups. It's like, this is all fine. But to me, it's felt like it creates this gameplay loop of like I'm hitting people with these moves, not expecting them to kill mid-screen, but then like it's hard to even secure kills at edge guarding at the ledge because there's so many mix-ups for the opponent, right? So just across the board, be nice to have like these slightly like more reliable options to get combos and just kills. Also up air has a sour spot. I noticed it's only like a sweet spot in the middle, but it's a pretty big sweet spot. It's just one of those things that took a while to get used to, because like it's hard to tell visually with some of her stuff like where the hitboxes are. Like down tilt's a very notable example where like you would think this hits because like these sparks. Nope. It's actually pretty small. Forward actually matches very well, but then like up air, I wouldn't know there's a sweet spot really based on the visuals, just by like looking at it, right? Even like forward air, like you would think like this sweet spot's a little bit bigger based on like the spark, but the animation on the spark is like lying, which maybe is more of the issue with my issue with the sweet spot, is that it's like you think it's gonna hit in spots it doesn't. Yeah, that kind of like persists across her entire moveset. Neutral air feels like it should like be hitting a bit bigger. Like here, like these sparks like hit, and it's like, oh nope, nothing. Which I wish neutral is more reliable. I think this move just needs to work better. It doesn't even need like better combos or anything. I just need holding down to not be as effective versus it. Especially since it's like such a like it has a long animation, so it's very easy to react at some point during the move. Oh, it's a neutral air. Yeah, what else? And then honestly, the real big conclusion I had to last time I was playing was, okay, I'm having a lot of fun with her, doing like cool movement stuff, setting things up, and then like up, being around, whatever, just being this like monster with my air shenanigans. But then as I was playing, some good players are telling me, hey, you should be playing more grounded with her and like slower and controlling the space, which is fine. It's what I do in a lot of games. But I felt kind of disappointed when it was like the realization was setting up Cloud and then like standing around with Cloud and like forward tilting on the ground and wave dashing. Felt like it was a much better gameplay style for her than like doing like her Pikachu up B cancels and all this nonsense. Like constantly throwing out Clouds and then like trying to pop them and do like weird setups. Like I was disappointed when it's like, okay, no, you actually slow the game down a lot with a character that feels like she could be crazy. And now maybe the devs worried about like, oh, you could have this character that's overwhelming if it was much better to do stuff like this and just constantly be in the air, especially because she is really hard to hit due to her lightweight status, good air movement, floatiness, all these mix-ups. She's really hard to hit already. And she's also pretty hard to actually combo if you hit DIing properly. So like she slows the game down, and I think the devs are worried about like her being this like air stall timeout based character if her air game was too good. So I feel like there has to be some sort of tuning to like make that power fantasy a bit more realistic. Whether that means just making her like offstage game worse, like or tuning some like mobility options so she's allowed to like swing at you more, because a lot of her stuff isn't good on block. Like this tipper, the sweet spot is like 0 on block and like -7 or 8 if it's like not the sweet spot. Like a lot of her stuff really stinks for shield, and even her grab game is kind of poor. Like if it's a big body, up there was decent, but assuming good DI and a not big body, you don't get anything off of that. I know you can like get stuff off down throw, but it's kind of hard to get. It feels weird. Like I wish her down throw just had more clear cut. Like this is a combo at low percents specifically. She does have a cool thing where you can like grab someone and then you like set the static on them, and then if you throw like a Cloud on them, Cloud's there, and you can just do some crazy shit. But like, I feel like good players just know, just mash special pummel versus her. It's so strong, but if you don't give her a special pummel, she's like, oh, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna land this, right? Which is fine. It'd be nice if there's another way to set up static. But yeah, it seems like a lot of power is in there, but shouldn't really be connecting. So, I don't know. Overall, it's like, as I keep reiterating, it's like, I really like her. I really like her idea. There's a lot of cool things about her. I think mostly just the tuning on stuff needs to be slightly better across the board, right? Because I think if you're being generous, she's like mid tier, right? Like my impression was honestly she's kind of bad, but I'm always a bit of a pessimist with characters I play, and I know this. Okay, you don't got to tell me in the comments. No, it says this character's a bit. The buzz. No, I'm aware, but like I can tell as I'm playing. I'm like you need to be like a crazy specialist to like really get value off of her. Like this is you played this character non-stop for like months straight, and your precision is perfect and your setups are immaculate, and then she might be pretty good, which is fine. Like we don't need more characters like Rat. When Rat released, that character was insanely broken and easy, and even now the character is so obnoxiously easy to pilot that I fight Rats and I'm like, they're just pressing stuff in so good. So we don't need that, but we need some sort of balance with her, in my opinion. With this said, she just came out, and I have a lot of faith in the devs long-term fixing these things. I always feel like there's like tuning decisions I'm not a fan of short-term, and then I come back to the game and I'm like, oh, okay, the game feels a lot better. Like this most recent patch, I was playing a little bit ago with Orcane, and I'm like, I really like how like the dev team balanced the game and tuned some things after a few months. Great. Yeah. So that is my Goat Mom overview. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Oh, one last thing I want to mention. Make this dash tech a bit better, please. It doesn't need to be a good move, but like it feels like it's not reliable. Just that's my little grump. I know dash attacks in this game aren't meant to be good, but it's like mad annoying. All right. Oh my god, I'm just so bad. Yeah, like a lot of times you hit that and it'll like not connect both hits or whatever, and then like you'll be like negative on hit, and it's very obnoxious. Or you can't really get anything off of it. Anyway, peace out, guys.